Hello all the warriors, this is Roy, welcome to Arena, and today we're gonna do our VZ Uncut version tune class setup and for the front bumper setup. Alright, so let's start today's video, let's go. Before we start the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, you can press here for subscribe the channel, and also don't forget to press the bell so every time when we have a new video you will know it right away. Thank you. Okay, so for today the VZ Uncut tune class setup, we're gonna do the front bumper. Here you can see there's MS Uncut version, the Arena style LG bumpers that I modify it. This can do the pivot and also can do the sliding and also can do the AT. Okay, but this kind of a setup doesn't fit on the VZ chassis because the MS we using the Uncut version suspension is using the bumperless chassis. So at the front there is it's empty, like it's bumperless, right? So we have enough room to using this kind of a setup. But for the VZ, you can see front there is a plate here, so you're gonna block the movement for this one, so this one cannot be using on the tune class VZ setup. So today I'm gonna show you two type of the front bumper setup you can use. One is a little like easier and the other one is a little bit harder. Okay, so let's start today's video. All right, okay, so for this front we're gonna using the basic easy setup, the easy AT setup first. So the bottom I'm gonna using this old type of the FRP plate, and because the reason why I choose that, because you can see these two holes, you can basically fit on these two holes, and the outside these two holes will fit over here, so we can using that to match there. And the center you can see is a little bit wider, so we can put the sponge brake at the center, so we can choose the thicker one, and that be able to cover, like not make our screw will scratch the track. So at this point we will not get fail on the car inspections. Okay, so this is gonna be the bottom plate for the brake, and then here I'm choosing using the Super X plate. Of course this one also have the carbon plates, so you can choose to using the carbon one, or like me, I can just using the FRP. Of course, if you have carbon, even though the carbon, I will choose using two of them. Okay, or you can use other type of the plates as well. But the reason why I choose this is because it will give some room for our body. Okay, so you won't block this spot, where we gonna put the body on. So it can give a little bit space for us to put the body. Okay, so now we're just gonna put it all together and show you how it looks like. Okay, so this is the basic tune class AT setup. So it's very simple. All you need just two screws and using this plate, and see we didn't do the countersunk because we'll not be able to make the countersunk hold. So here we're gonna put the sponge brake, and this one, because you can see here is thicker, so the sponge brake, if we, even though we have it like 3mm, and that will just cover the screws head, it won't scratch the track, so we can still pass the car inspections. And then we're using the 3mm spacer, okay, to make a little bit rooms. And then the screws, we just put the plates and also the spring and spring cap, and then we put the lock nuts. Okay, and for the roller, of course, depends on what kind of a roller you want. If you want to using 13 or 9mm, you can choose using the other, like, you know, the multi-roller state, the front multi-roller state, the carbon fiber one, and that's not a problem at all. So you can also use that. But here, because I prefer using the 19, so, and I have the Super X on my hand anyway, so I just straight using that and to make as my front bumpers. So all for this, the AT, the performance is just like helping you to back the track, like this one. Okay, so because basically for the tune class there's not much setup you can do, so as long as you have something can helps your car, it's better. It's something better than nothing. So that's why, like what I'm saying, this one is like a very easy AT setup that you can do. Okay, so this is the first today. Introduce you the first basic AT setup for the VZ Twin Class, and then we're gonna go for the next one. Okay, so this is the second type of the front bumper setup we're gonna using for the Twin Class. So here I'm just gonna give you example. So for this one, you can see the front, we can do the pivot, and also we can also do the AT. Okay, so this is the second, and now let's see how we make it. Okay. Okay, so after you watching the video, so here I made some change. Here I'm using the O-ring to tighten this whole plate, and to tighten at the bottom for the, you see the 3mm spacer, and to make help the roller doesn't have the minus angle, so the angle is facing down, is not facing up. So this is what I do for the O-rings, this part. And then for next video, what we're talking about is the rear part, the rear AT systems. So it's gonna be totally different than the front. Okay, so this is today's video, and please hit the like button for me. I will see you next time. Bye bye.